There are boxes of military-grade riot shields being handed out like Halloween candy on the streets of Los Angeles, and you're supposed to believe this is all spontaneous. But what you're going to see that will make your blood boil, this isn't just about protesters getting free gear. This is about your tax dollars funding organized chaos like this, while the media calls it mostly peaceful. We're going to expose who's really behind these so-called spontaneous riots, who's paying for professional agitators at $12,500 a week, and how your own government may be orchestrating the destruction of American cities without Trump's knowledge, while they're going to blame Trump. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look, if you like our videos and you haven't already, you should become a subscriber to the channel. Hit that notification bell and smack the like button because it helps us get our message out to more people. Also, we do live streams every Friday night at 6 o'clock Eastern. We read interesting news stories of the week. We tweak them with a bit of humor, a dash of sarcasm, a whole lot of conservative common sense. Join us tomorrow night. All right, now let's talk about what's really happening in Los Angeles, because if you're still buying the peaceful protest narrative, you might want to sit down for this one. Picture this. You're told that these are peaceful protests, right? The media will lie to you, the drop of a hat. Just concerned citizens exercising their First Amendment rights, right? But then you see footage of pickup trucks rolling up with boxes, and I mean boxes of tactical gear, riot gear, being handed out like party favors. We're talking about bionic shields that cost about $60 each, just being distributed for free on street corners. Now, I don't know about you, but the last time I went to a peaceful protest, nobody was handing out military-grade face shields. But here's what really gets me, and this is where it gets interesting. Someone knew this was coming. Eric Daughtry posted this on X, and he put it perfectly, saying, Fox News actually captured footage of bionic shields that normally cost $60 each being handed out to rioters on the streets of Los Angeles. That's not the kind of thing that you buy in bulk if you don't plan on doing something with it. Give it a watch.
Describe where it just feels like something's going to happen and you're waiting for it to happen. And you can look around, you see the National Guard in front of the federal building, but as far as this intersection where we're seeing all this take place, there's no local police to be seen. Yeah. And we have people handing out masks and gas masks, and we just saw people graffitiing the sidewalk right in front of this truck, and we've seen people doing burnouts in the street. There's no local law enforcement around.
Let us clarify, because we've been showing a wide shot and from a different angle. A whole lot of officers on the other side of the federal building, almost behind you, and perhaps the visual is obstructed from your point of view. But I can tell you there are many, many, many LAPD cars and officers there that have staged. They are blocking that freeway overpass, so protesters can't get on that overpass like they did yesterday and throw bricks or concrete or scooters down on law enforcement that was below that had cleared the 101 freeway. So perhaps they're not where you are, but there's a lot of them already positioned there. They're not getting caught off guard by a crowd gathered here.
So, I mean, that was quite a shot that we have there of these folks, and your photographer just gave us a great shot of the box that was left behind, which showed the brand of mask. I mean, it's not the kind of thing, thank you for seeing this there. It looks like a bionic shield is what that's called. I mean, that's not the kind of thing that you buy in bulk if you don't plan on doing something with it. Exactly. And the fact that that's being handed out kind of like candy to everybody gives you an indication that these folks probably plan to be here for a while.
Yeah, you don't bulk order riot gear unless you're planning a riot. It's really that simple. And guys, even Newsweek, and these people would defend a burning building if it helped their narrative. Even they had to admit what was happening. They reported, quote, TV cameras have captured boxes of bionic shields being distributed to protesters in Los Angeles on Monday. Footage of the scene showed boxes of solid, full-face masks, almost akin to helmets, being handed out from the back of a pickup truck by two women while a masked driver waited for them to unload the goods. But here's their spin. Are you ready for this? They claim that these are just safety gear worn as precaution after protesters were injured by rubber bullets. Yeah, it's all the cops' fault. Oh, how thoughtful. Someone pre-ordered tactical gear just in case the peaceful protesters might need protection from rubber bullets. I mean, what are the odds? Fox LA's anchor Alex Michelson asked the question everyone should be asking. Said, we just saw people arrive in downtown LA with truckloads of bionic face shields that demonstrators quickly grabbed. It certainly seems like gear you'd wear if you're preparing for conflict with police. Who is funding this? Who indeed? And that's where this story takes a turn that'll make you question everything you think you know about these so-called grassroots movements. Because it turns out there's a Craigslist ad, and even Snopes couldn't deny this one was real, seeking extremely tough, brave men for up to $12,500 a week. Guys, $12,500 a week. For what exactly? Snopes admitted on June 9, 2025, screenshots of an actual Craigslist advertisement seeking extremely tough, brave men for $6,500 to $12,500 per week began circulating on social media. The ad itself was real in the sense that it was indeed posted on Los Angeles Craigslist at 1:20 p.m. Pacific time on June 5, 2025. One day before the immigration protests began in Los Angeles. One day before. What a coincidence. But here's where your tax dollars come into play, and this is going to make you absolutely furious. 3 organizations are now under scrutiny for their possible involvement. CHIRLA, the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and the SEIU, Obama's favorite thug union. And guess what? CHIRLA, the Coalition for Human Immigrant Rights, Los Angeles, has received millions of dollars in government funding. Your money, my money, our tax dollars. How much do you ask? Well, try this on for size. $34 million of CHIRLA's reported $45 million in revenue are from government grants. Are you kidding me? That's 3/4 of their budget coming straight from the taxpayers. You and me, we are funding this. Now you know why Doge came in and tried to wipe out all those NGOs, and especially USAID that was giving them the money. Now you know why the lefties in Congress were fighting so hard to stop Trump from being able to do that. And here's the thing. During the Biden administration specifically, CHIRLA's revenue jumped from $12 million to $34 million in government grants. So let me get this straight. The Biden administration nearly tripled the funding to an organization that's now allegedly connected to riots where people are setting cop cars on fire and hurling concrete at federal agents. Your tax dollars at work, guys. But wait, it gets even better because the media coverage of all this is exactly what you'd expect. While Los Angeles is literally burning, while rioters are looting Apple stores, and I mean completely ransacking them, the press keeps using phrases like mostly peaceful and community unrest. Unrest for what? For the federal government doing their job by trying to remove criminal, violent, illegal aliens from the country to protect the communities out there? Are you kidding me? Look at this reporting. Says rioters in downtown Los Angeles looted a prominent Apple store amid protests against ICE raids in the city. Images from the scene show rioters in hoodies and masks ransacking the store Monday night. Dozens of people can be seen throughout the property before at least one individual began breaking a window in order to escape from the side of the building. That's what passes for peaceful in 2025, apparently, according to our media. But here's what gives me some hope. And this is important, guys. President Trump isn't playing games. He's making it crystal clear that he'll do whatever it takes to restore order, including invoking the Insurrection Act if necessary. Boy, they'll have a field day with that, won't they, on the left? The president defended sending 700 U.S. Marines along with the California National Guard to Los Angeles, completely ignoring Gavin Newsom's complaints about inflaming the situation. And when asked about using military force to restore order, Trump didn't rule anything out. Now, this is what real leadership looks like. While politicians wring their hands and the media makes excuses, Trump is taking action to protect American cities and American citizens. Now, here's what we're really looking at. This isn't spontaneous. If someone tells you it is, I live out there, this is spontaneous, they're lying to you. This isn't grassroots at all. This is orchestrated chaos funded by your tax dollars, planned in advance and covered up by a complicit media that would rather gaslight you than tell you the truth because they have a communist narrative. They have an agenda. The evidence is right there. Pre-positioned riot gear, professional agitators making more in 1 week than most Americans make in 4 months, and organizations flush with government cash suddenly connected to organized violence. You know, this is just like during the St. George Floyd riots when we suddenly saw these pallets of bricks appear right in the streets. Like, my goodness, like who paid for that, you know? But here's the bright side in all of this mess. The American people are waking up. I keep saying that. They are waking up. They're seeing through the lies. They're asking the right questions. And most importantly, they're demanding accountability from the people who are supposed to represent them, not fund their destruction. This is exactly why we need to stay vigilant, stay informed, and keep demanding answers from your members of Congress. Because when the system is rigged against you, the truth becomes your most powerful weapon. Use it. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Spread the word.
We just want to beat them parents who are speeding. Every turn, every spin, read from within. Playing dirty, playing to win, but we're on to the sin.